Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see but the same person is bad.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bring the safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the source of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go 20, put it to each
Good morning, a very pleasant good morning, folks. Welcome to the program from the Print News here on Freedom Communications Incorporated. Today is Wednesday. We want to welcome you to the midweek edition of the program from the Print News here on Freedom Communications or Freedom FM. And my name is Esther Daku. I am here with Wendell this morning, and together we're going to be bringing you what we have from the local dailies. Good morning, Wendell.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning to our many listeners and those of you watching us outside Liberia. We want to welcome you to this midweek presentation of the program from the Print News. This program comes your way every weekday from Monday to Friday. We hear from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And it's good to be here this morning. And so we want to welcome all of you. Those of you watching, please help us and share the live. And don't forget to always drop a comment because we want to know from where you are following. So those of you who are watching, please drop your comment. Your name and your address is very, very much important for us because we really want to know from where you are following. So let's welcome all of you. Those of you listening, it's time to bring you the papers. And we will shortly have our weather report man. I don't know whether he's going to come in today, but just in case, we have Tunis here to bring you the weather report.
Right.
All right, too many things happening in the country. So let's see what we have in our studio. The Daily Observer is not in today. We have the Inquirer and the Front Page Africa newspaper. The
Right.
Inquirer been on the stands for, I don't know, since 1991
Yeah.
and stay providing us quality information. So let's begin with the Front Page Africa newspaper. It says here, top stories, legislative beat, still divided, tensions erupt in House as Speaker Kohn orders Yeke and others out of business. There's tension erupts in House as Speaker Kohn orders Yeke and others out of over baseless allegations. And another story here says, review officials' performance. Bishop Brown urges Bwaka to hold public officials accountable for poor delivery distractions. All right. Bishop Brown urges Bwaka to hold public officials accountable for poor delivery and distractions. And lastly, for top stories, politics over development is a question mark to this caption. Ministry of Public Works halts rehabilitates US $500K bridge project in Banga over regulatory violations. And so those are the top stories, but let's take a few lines from this one. Let's take a few lines from here quickly. Okay. Let's see, where is the story, man? Let's see, where is the story? Yes. Serious tension erupted in the House of Representatives on Tuesday as House Speaker Richard Namwekun warned members against making baseless allegations against him and that august body in its entirety. Our legislative reporter said the atmosphere in the House of Representatives was tense as Speaker Cohn threatened that members would be reprimanded for making unfounded claims without providing concrete evidence, especially so during public appearances outside of session. The Speaker emphasized that any lawmaker who makes allegations without facts will face severe consequences. Members are reminded to be responsible at all times in safeguarding the sanity of this House. If you go out there making reckless and unfounded claims about this House without evidence, you will face the wrath of the power of members, warned Speaker Cohn. This declaration by the House Speaker, our reporter said, caused serious uproar among lawmakers, with several members seeing it as a direct threat against their freedom of expression rather than a warning in good faith. Montserrat County Electoral District Number 10 Representative Yeke Koloba and several colleagues once clawed under the minority bloc during the hate times of the House impasse, took serious exception to the Speaker's warning and ordered that he takes it back. Mr. Speaker, you must take it back. You cannot threaten or scare anyone here. You think anyone afraid of you? You are joking, Koloba and others verbally expressed. Rep. Koloba, a vocal lawmaker who is known for his fiery speeches, had initially accused some of his colleagues of being involved in corrupt activities while making a motion. You know all the book, you come here and you corrupt here, he claimed. And despite being brought to order by a colleague to retract his statement, Rep. Koloba defiantly added, I maintain my statement. I have no regret saying what I am saying. Nema County Electoral District 9 Representative Taze Wongwe, another lawmaker, also made similar allegation, though without presenting any evidence to support his claims. But we will leave it right there and take more stories. Martina Johnson and warlord Charles Taylor Allah likely to face trial in Belgium, a relief for victims. People committing war crimes would not get away with it. She is just one of many. There is a whole list of those who are to be tried. John Stewart, a TRC commissioner and survivor of the Octopus siege. We'll give Esther the time to go into depth with that story, but let's take our final story here from the, maybe we can take one more after this. IG Coleman says no evidence links Deputy Minister McGill to rape allegation, and police await assistance from friendly nations for DNA test. No reason to prosecute yet. We have exhausted his cell phone records. We have 2 last tests, that of his phone and the DNA test. The DNA test. The phone analysis has come back, and we still don't have anything incriminating to have him charged. At this point, the last thing we are looking at is whether we can find anything from his DNA analysis. Unfortunately, the machines here are not working, so we have asked the government for help, and we are still waiting for a response. Colonel Gregory Coleman, Inspector General, Liberia National Police. And let's listen to Brian McGill response. As I endured the humiliation and bullying over the last 4 weeks, I am pleased to share that through our scripture, God will vindicate the innocent and expose hidden schemes. As in these lives of Joseph, Daniel, and David, I am assured that truth will prevail and that justice in its fullness will be revealed. Evil may hide for a time, but light always uncovers darkness. Brian McGill, suspended Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports. Let's take a few lines from this story. Let's take a few lines from there. The Liberia National Police has disclosed that following a thorough investigation conducted by the Ministry of Justice, there is no evidence linking suspended Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, J. Brian McGill, to the alleged rape of a 14-year-old girl. According to Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman, the final step in the process will be a DNA test, which has not yet been conducted due to technical challenges. Speaking Tuesday at the Ministry of Information's regular press briefing, R.G. Coleman revealed that investigators had analyzed McGill's phone records and found no incriminating evidence. We have exhausted his cell phone records. We had 2 last tests, that of his phone and the DNA test. The phone analysis has come back, and we still don't have anything incriminating to have him charged, R.G. Coleman told journalists. He explained that the police are now awaiting assistance to conduct DNA testing as the necessary machines in Liberia are currently non-functional. At this point, the last thing we are looking at is whether we can find anything from his DNA analysis. Unfortunately, the machines here are not working, so we have asked the government for help, and we are still waiting for a response, Coleman disclosed. Investigation not closed. Despite the absence of evidence linking McGill to the crime, the police chief stressed that the investigation remains open. The investigation is not closed. Something may have happened to the little girl, and we will get to the bottom of it, R.G. Coleman assured. Deputy Minister McGill was accused of sexually molesting the 14-year-old girl. President Joseph Boakai suspended him pending investigation. However, the police have maintained it has not found concrete evidence to arrest him. This has led to public condemnation, with civil society organizations and human rights advocates accusing the police of being partial in handling the case. However, Coleman said caution against allowing emotions to interfere with the investigative process, saying the police must remain professional and impartial. If we allow our emotions to drive this case, then we have already failed. Emotions have been high for all of us in this particular case, but unfortunately, we just have not been able to establish probable cause, Coleman stated. According to him, the case presents electronic contradictions, that make it difficult for investigators to proceed with an arrest. What makes this case unique is that there is electronic evidence that contradicts the claims made. On this basis of that, on the basis of that, we cannot ignore clear contradictions and make an arrest. No one is above the law, and as you know, Mr. McGill has already been suspended, he said. We are enforcers, not lawyers. IG Coleman clarified that the LNP's findings were supported by a joint investigation involving the Ministry of Gender and state prosecutors from the Ministry of Justice. In this case, the prosecutor says, based on the findings, he does not have anything to prosecute. So, don't just put it on me. Call the prosecutor from the Ministry of Justice. If they believe there is something to prosecute, let them tell us. We are not lawyers, we are enforcers, he emphasized. He added that the police operations are guided by evidence, not public pressure or speculation. When people are accused, we establish probable cause. We have to contact both the suspect and the victim. Someone has to say, yes, we saw the victim before we can make an arrest. You cannot just call people's names without any connection and expect the police to act, Coleman explained. Well, no cover up, says police chief. The police inspector general dismissed suggestions that the case was being suppressed or influenced by politics, describing the investigation as transparent and evidence driven. Esther, I think we can stop right here and then send controls to you. So, folks, that's it from the Front Page Africa newspaper. You can grab a copy of it, and it's going to cost you 40 Liberian dollars. Let's send controls to Esther to bring us the Inquirer newspaper.
Thank you, Wendell. Thank you very much. Let's go through what we have in our decks. We have the Inquirer newspaper. This is Hope for Justice still lingering. Martina Johnson's case referred for trial soon in Virgin. Well, this is good. Let's see some lines. The relevant Virgin judicial authorities are at the verge of convening the trial phase of General Martina Johnson's case. Johnson is accused following complaints by Liberians to Virginian prosecutors of participating directly in mutilation and mass killings in late 1992 during Operation Octopus, an infamous military offensive waged on Liberia's capital during its first civil war. Johnson, who has been resident in Virgin since 2003, was allegedly a former commander of Charles Taylor National Patriotic Front of Liberia during the First Liberian Civil War, 1989 to 1996. Though following a closed hearing held on September 20, 2025, the judge of the Chamber du Council in the completion is on page 10 here. Let's run there quickly. Courts of first instance issue a decision formally closing the investigative phase, but yesterday the matter was resumed when a decision that once there is an indictment, the case will be referred for trial. The purpose of the hearing of September 30, 2025 was to determine whether the investigation by the Virginian judicial authorities, which has been ongoing since 2012, yields sufficient evidence to refer the case to trial. The Chamber du Council answered positively following yesterday's decision. The parties now await a hearing before the judges of the Chamber dismisses accusation. I think it's a French word. I hope I got it right. Part of the appeal court, and a decision on whether to send the case to trial. The alleged perpetrator can be sentenced in Virgin under the principle of universal jurisdiction, which states the that particularly cruel crimes, genocide, war crimes, or crimes against humanity can be tried regardless of where and when they were committed. Shortly after her arrest, she was placed on conditional release. Johnson had resided in Belgium seeking an asylum on grounds that she was poisoned during the civil war in Liberia, thereby considering herself a victim instead of a perpetrator.
Mm.
Again, before the asylum was hacked, Johnson then got married and had a change of her last name, making it difficult to trace her. And she even told authorities that she is having some medical problems because during the Civil War, thereby preventing her from returning home. Arrested in Belgium in September 2014 on suspicion of war crimes and crimes against humanity, Johnson was sent home in order to obey the indictment with an anger monitor and in 2016 the ban was withdrawn, and since then she has been freely living in that country but was monitored. Johnson lives in Ghent, a port city in northwest Belgium, the capital and largest city of the province of East Flanders, and the third largest in the country, after Brussels and Antwerp, and works of the Volvo fabric on a very low key along with a family. Meanwhile, more than 10 years has passed since then, and the investigation is complete. It now remains to be seen whether she will actually have to appear before the Assize Court. The pretrial chamber has now decided to refer her, while the indictment chamber must now formally take that step. Reports said it's been a frustrating time for the victims. They are happy that things are moving forward, but at the same time, they are also worried. After all, they are upsetting powerful people, but it's also historically important that Johnson is appearing before the Aziz, Luz Warlin emphasized. She was the first person arrested for crimes committed during that civil war. There have already been several convictions, including in France and Switzerland. In 2014, the interview with Hat Nouresh Bland, who vehemently denied the accusations and emphasized that she herself was a victim of the war. I was arrested by rebels and conscripted against my will into the Special Security Service, the personnel security detail of rebel leader Charles Taylor. She was only a security agent and later head of the airport. She claimed to have nothing to do with the Operation Octopus. She also dismissed the story about cannibalism as lies. That I ate people? Disgusting. Where do people get that? However, Civitas Maximide and Global Justice and Research Project collaborated with the victim's representative. One link on this case now contains 10,000 pages where the federal prosecutor's office has been able to identify 10 victims and specifically names them as victims. There are also others who remain anonymous. The prosecutor's office therefore wants to prosecute Johnson for war crimes and crimes against humanity. This is possible because there is a connection to Belgium. As Johnson has lived there for a long time, both qualifications are among the most serious crimes in our country, punishable by long prison sentences. It took a long time, says Wanlin. It's a complex case. It took a very long time before a letter of request could be sent to Liberia. Then there were Ebola and COVID. Back in October 1992, the Liberian National Patriotic Front of Liberia forced hundreds of mostly intoxicated kids or child soldiers to attack Liberia's capital Monrovia, who were part of Operation Octopus. A 4-month-long attack against Monrovia, during which thousands of inhabitants were killed and hundreds of thousands displaced. Johnson, a former NPFL commander, was one of the very female personnel guides of the then rebel leader Taylor and was allegedly instrumental in the planning and execution of the operation. That we can't go through that whole thing. because the story is really long. But that's 8 at Mirek Foundation. First Lady Bwaka champions women-led transformation or women-led transformation. And we have WB links youth drug trafficking to economic hardship. Others is also right here on the front page of the Inquirer. Let's bring it to the back page. Chiefs disenchanted over unpaid salaries in Bung. A growing concern has emerged among local chiefs in Bong County who have reported that they have not received any salary payments since their appointments under President Joseph Nima Bwaka's administration. This has left many chiefs struggling to support their families. On October 14, 2025, Chief Big Boy Colley of Yalakule District expressed these frustrations during a broadcast on a local radio station in Banga. He indicated that despite their official roles, the chiefs have yet to receive any compensation for their work. Since our appointment by the government, we have not received a single cent as a salary, Chief Colley stated, adding that this financial strain has made it challenging for them to provide for their families and educate their children. Compounding their grievances is a sense of personal betrayal. Chief Colley shared that he sustained injuries while campaigning for the Unity Party in 2023 general elections. You know how many people got hurt too? Interesting. Highlighting his disappointment in the government's lack of recognition for his efforts. He questioned the rationale behind their appointment as local leaders by President Joseph Boakai and Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, while simultaneously being denied renomination. Chief Colley confirmed that they have brought their concerns to the attention of the Bong County Superintendent Hawa Lolia Norris, but thus far, these discussions have not led to any resolutions. He urged the national government to address the unpaid salaries of local chiefs throughout Liberia. In response to the issue, the National Liaison for Chiefs Affairs at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, William Colley, has called for patience among the chiefs. He reassured them that the ministry is working with other government agencies to find a solution.
The chiefs got to manage their expectation.
Colley clarified that the delay in salary payments is a nationwide problem related to efforts to update the government's payroll by removing names of former chiefs and replacing them with those currently appointed. He reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to resolving the matter, offering a sense of hope to the unpaid chiefs and highlighting significant challenges in administrative support for local governance. And finally, for the back page, Lay's office at Kablakan Boulder allegedly ransacked. Wow. Imagine when they're... We're going to take some lines from this story. It's important. The Liberia Immigration Service at the Kablakan Boulder has significantly deteriorated, prompting the relocation of the state security personnel and leading local residents to propose a temporary shelter made from palm leaves for the officers. Imagine. Residents have expressed serious concern about the condition of the government's facility, which they described as having suffered prolonged abandonment. According to Mark Dixon, a local resident, the office and accommodation space for officers has been in despair for nearly 3 years. Wow. The government has not taken steps to resolve the issue or to improve the infrastructure at the Kablakan Boulder point, he stated. Where is this Boulder winner? During an interview on October 14, 2025. Due to the building's collapse, a group of 6 state security officers comprising 4 Lay's Boulder patrol officers and 2 from the National Security Agency has resorted to operating from a private-owned structure. This property belongs to an individual who is currently attending a funeral in Ivory Coast, which adds to the uncertainty regarding the officer's operational space. Despite the alarming conditions, Dixon noted that senior Lay's officials have visited the site multiple times in 3 years, but have not taken any meaningful actions, often just taking photographs without following up with necessary improvements. In response to the lack of government intervention, the local community has decided to construct a temporary shelter for the officers using papots gathered from nearby areas. Dixon has meanwhile raised concerns that this situation poses a significant security threat to residents of Grand Kavala, especially with the upcoming general elections in Ivory Coast in October 2025. He highlighted the essential roles lace officers played in border protection and mediating local disputes. The community's makeshift solution reflects a broader failure in state infrastructure, leaving both national security and the safety of the border community vulnerable and dependent on private support and temporary measures. This is bad, Wendell. It's really bad. And that's it. We have our weather guy.
Okay, our weather report man is getting prepped up to bring us the weather report. But let's quickly recap the stories from the dailies, and then we go straight up to our weather report man. So this morning we begin the show with the front page Africa, and these are top stories we brought you. Still divided, tension erupts in house as Speaker Coon orders Yeke and others out over business allegations. And review officials' performance. Bishop Brown urges Waka to hold public officials accountable for poor delivery and distractions. And politics over development. Ministry of Public Works halts rehabilitates USD 500K bridge project in Banga over regulatory violations. And Martina Johnson and warlord Charles Taylor Allah. A warlord, Charles Taylor Allah, likely to face trial in Belgium, a relief for victims. People committing war crimes would not get away with it. She is just one of many. There is a whole list of those who are to be tried. John Stewart, a TRC commissioner and survivor of the Octopus siege. And lastly, for the front page Africa, R.G. Coleman says no evidence links Deputy Minister McGill to rape allegation, and police await assistance from friendly nations for DNA tests. No reason to prosecute yet. We have exhausted his cell phone records. We had two last tests, that of his phone and the DNA test. The phone analysis has come back, and we still don't have anything incriminating to have him charged. At this point, the last thing we are looking at is whether we can find anything from his DNA analysis. Unfortunately, the machines here are not working, so we have asked the government for help, and we are still waiting for a response. Colonel Gregory Coleman, Inspector General, Liberia National Police. And let's hear from what the suspended deputy minister had to say. As I endure the humiliation, and bullying over the last 4 weeks, I am pleased to share that through our scripture, God will vindicate the innocent and expose hidden schemes. As in the lives of Joseph, Daniel, and David, I am assured that the truth will prevail and that justice in its fullness will be revealed. Evil may hide for a time, but light always uncovers darkness. Brian McGill, suspended Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports. The Inquirer newspaper hope for justice still lingers. Martina Johnson's case referred for trial soon in Belgium. At Merck Foundation, First Lady Bwaka champions women-led transformation. And World Bank links youth drug trafficking to economic hardship and others. To the back page, chiefs disenchanted over unpaid salaries in Bong. LIS officer at Kablikan border allegedly ramshackle. Well, that's all we can take from the Inquirer and the front page Africa. Let's send controls now to our weatherman, Solomon Tunis. Tunis, good morning from our end. Tunis, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Suleiman?
here. Sorry about that. I was muted.
Okay.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Yeah.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Esther. Good morning to Mama Liberia. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Your weatherman from New York City. I'm here today to give you your weather forecast. You do not have good day today. Probably been experiencing sunshine this morning, but this evening, afternoon, going towards the evening, you're going to start experiencing some light rain, cloudy weather, mixed up with cloudy weather and light rain. That's going to continue until tonight, midnight. The sun going to be hidden from you the rest of the day. Tomorrow, almost like today, you're going to have light rain starting from the morning hour. You'll see a little bit of suns tomorrow in the morning area, probably from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. You experience a little bit of sun, but that sun will not stay with you. That sun will be hidden from you as soon as possible. You would probably experience it for 2 to 3 hours, and then you would start experiencing light rain and thunderstorm as the day progress. And that's going to be all day wet. It's not going to be when the sun go away, you're not going to get it again until probably 2 days from now. But that's how the weather for Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday also the same. The sun, it will be a light rain and cloudy rain. This few days the weather is not too good in the Monrovia area, to tell you the truth. Probably only today you might experience a little bit of sunshine, probably. But the rest of the day is going to be a wet day for you. Not a heavy rain now, don't be scared. But definitely the sun going to be hidden from you. And it's going to be a mix-up with cloudy and rain for today. Same thing tomorrow. Today and tomorrow almost look the same. Well, tomorrow you might experience a little bit of sunshine in the morning hour. But after the morning hour, the rest of the day going to be raining, light rain. Same thing with Friday. Okay, so let's stop right here. Guide yourself with the weather. Don't worry about the rain, because definitely, I guess the rain is going away now. So the remnants of the rain are in there, October rain. But in 3 days, the sun, don't even try. You're not going to get a lot of sun. It's going to be a wet streets, wet ground, and so on. It's going to be a wet 3 wet days for you for now. I don't know about Saturday, but we'll talk about Saturday tomorrow. So that's about it. It's your weatherman here from New York City, the Big Apple in Staten Island, Suleiman Tunis. Thank you so much for hosting me, and good day to you guys.
Thank you, Suleiman Tunis. Thank you always for bringing us the weather report. So, folks, that was it. Adjust yourself to the rest of the days. You heard the weather report, how it's going to be like. So we're taking our break now. When we come back, we will bring you our talking points this morning on the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you not talking, I mean you check. Do well for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Randy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk.
Welcome back, folks. This girl got me laughing. The people doing their business, why you don't want them to advertise?
No, you want to advertisement too funny with you.
that funeral home,
I'm telling you.
Bento Memorial Guiding. I'm telling you, the people advertising you. It's not small thing. But folks, welcome back, and those of you who are watching, will get to your comments. And how many days to go? We have 3 more days to the official groundbreaking of the CDC headquarters. But then something is coming up. We're seeing all kinds of things being posted. Another guy coming up to say the land CDC is trying to build on his property. Let me see. Let me see this.
God.
Let me see what I can get. Okay, folks, just give me some time. Let me see what I can pop this up. Okay, let me see what I can pop this up. Where is it? Where is this information? Where is this information? Where is this information? Okay. Oh my God. Where is this information? Oh
This is
man,
interesting. Okay. I
mm,
mean, I'm just going through this funeral home
I beg
stuff,
you, man. They did your funeral home thing, I
and
beg you.
it's they got criers, they got fainters.
I beg you, man. That's the okay, but
Crazy.
I'm searching for. I don't know where. Okay, but folks, according to the information, nothing is going to stop. I don't know like that. All right, you people are the government now. And why are you going after opposition like that? Somebody trying to build their headquarters, and you just going all beyond them to make sure they don't build their headquarters. Why are they after CDC? The last time we mentioned the issue why, people are going after the former president, people call and said, why am I saying that people are after the life of the former president? But it has proven that yes, people is after the CDC, and the ruling establishment don't want anything of the CDC to exist.
Right. That's why somebody said, don't be surprised when CDC is about to actually put the structure there. Government come and say there's crude oil under that ground.
It's funny. It's funny. But it's also serious. I don't know, but all roads lead to Saturday, the groundbreaking ceremony, rain or shine. The folks are telling us nothing is going to stop the groundbreaking ceremony.
On the 18th.
Everything has been secured. Everything is set for the official groundbreaking of the construction of the CDC headquarters in Congo Town. And so seditionists are gearing up while people are waking up to seeing something else on the social media. But folks, your officials are saying there is no need to be deterred. Don't be panic. All right? Don't be panic. The land is secured, and they have all their legal title documents to substantiate or, prove that the property is theirs. So you don't have to worry yourself. All right? You have to come out on Saturday. All right? And please, the officials are saying when you're coming out on Saturday for the groundbreaking ceremony, make sure you be peaceful. Because CDC is a peaceful organization.
Right.
So when you are coming up on Saturday wearing your party regalia or whatever you have to wear for a party, please be peaceful. Because on that day, there will be people around to tempt you. And anything, that you would try to resist or to retaliate is going to bring about noise. So, seditionists, your officials are telling you, do not panic. Those of you, that information you are seeing on the social media is not something to make you panic. All is well for the groundbreaking on Saturday. So get yourself set. And when you are going, that little you have to go and drop in the bucket or the box, please make sure you have it on hand, because it's not only going to be groundbreaking, there's going to be donations. People are going to make pledges, on that day. And we've also been told that t-shirts are on sale. All right. T-shirts are on sale. So those of you who are trying to form part of the occasion, you want to get a t-shirt, well, you can get to the party headquarters. That is the temporary office that they are using now, the district number 8 office. You can get there. If Oliver Kind is listening, please give us a call and give us the update relative to the t-shirt. So, folks, that's the news we saw circulating on the social media. about a guy claiming to be the owner of the property that CDC have secured to build their new headquarters. So I don't know. Unity Party too, they say they're coming out with their part of party headquarters. They're setting up. They're going to do the launching on the 17th of December. The same 17 that Stan is planning a nationwide protest. Is the very day we've been told that the Unity Party will be launching building stuff for their headquarters. So I know Liberians, you have your concern about, the people say when snake, miss you, when you see laser say, you get scared, right? So like the seditions, let me just put it this way, seditions are saying they don't want what happened to their headquarters to happen to them again. So this land that they have secured, they must make sure that everything about that land is legitimate, because they don't want to start and then somebody come out again, like what we're seeing, one Jato coming up to say the place for him. All right? So seditions, that's their fear, that we don't want the reoccurrence of what happened to our headquarters, where when we start to build our thing, then somebody will come and say that, oh, the place is for them. So let's see whether we can talk to, I hope I can get Musa Kone. Musa Kone is the head of the mobilization membership for the CDC. Let's see whether we can get Musa to talk to him for a few minutes on this edition of the show. So, folks, if you are listening, this is the Print News. While we're trying to make contact with Musa Kone, Esther, please, let's get to the comments quickly while we're trying to get to Musa.
Right. So on the comment section, we have Patricia Brown watching from Rehab ERWA community. We have Henry T. Turner. He says, good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update to our country, Liberia. Antonin Zer Wigan says, following you guys from sunny Quarter City, Nima County. Stephen A. Barr says, good morning, Freedom FM Print News family. I'm following live from Dakar, Senegal. We have Mohammed Maria Manjir Sherry says, good morning, Wendell Esther and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacob Towns and Francis Community. Nothing will stop us from our groundbreaking ceremony October 18, 2025. We have Chauncey Joshua T. Toll says, good morning, Freedom FM family, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Electoral District 16. I'm David Toll, watching from the borough of Nuku Time, precisely Trowan community. We have Honorable Adu Karin ACC says, following from my New Hope community. John K. Choweli says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following from SKD Boulevard Junction, District 6. Venetia Trinity Bar says, watching you from the borough of Nukutan. Buemont Abraham Quay says, I'm following from Chicken Soup Factory Golf Community. We have John Norbert says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm closely following from Upper Caldwell, Samukatan Junction. And this is James S. Keller says, he says, this is what you get when you have bunch of grown-up boys and girls running government. That rape case is not going anywhere. That little girl family needs to keep pushing their case, or else the police IG want to kill the case. And we have Chiba Kamara says, following live from Minnesota, USA. James S. Keller says again, Honor President, salaries and benefit on time. They left all that and voted in a Sierra Leone criminal to be president of Liberia. What a shame, and they should hold themselves accountable. When a new president comes to power, he appoints his own chief that,
Yeah, the president has the authority to do that.
Okay. Augustine Givler says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following live from Delaware, USA. James S. Keller says, our Ghana weather reporter is ready to give out weather reports.
James
Max Zugabriel Willer says, good morning. All right, Mr. Nina and darling, I am following the show from my comfort zone, District 13. Maxwell Zugabriel Willer says, our main focus is on Saturday weather report, please. And the weather reporter, James again, says the weather reporter say we will not have good day today in Liberia. The rain will flood us low. And Brabby M. Bar says, good morning, Mr. Nilan, Esther Tunis, and cherished listeners of Freedom FM 87.9 and TV. Following live from Bushel Island, Monrovia, my Helena Brown says, good morning, Wendell and Esther. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bryson Jr. says, good morning, guys. I am following from Bannersville, Quebec. If CDC don't stand up to this government, they will continue to provoke us. Barbie M. Barr says, while in power and in control of the public purse, Unity Party now wants to build her headquarters. UP leadership should know better. Doing such now in the face of unemployed and suffering masses will be perceived as Unity Party using the state cover in acquiring properties, and any succeeding government will reserve all the right. I think was to say deserve all the right to confiscate those properties. If wise that CDC will be constructing her own while out of power, UP must think twice. President George.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Esther.
2029. We have Clarence Dwyer. He says, good morning, Wendell and Esther. It sounds so funny and laughable to me seeing and hearing a Richard Nangwe Kun asking Honorable Yeka Koluba to get outside because he was asking where the President Joseph Boakai took $10 million from to build his mansion in Lofa County. Mr. Richard Nangwe Kun, maybe you've forgotten that area is very corrupt. Okay, that's what he says. And Marcus Jida says, good morning, watching from Congo Town. Maxwell Wule again says, Mr. Nimle. T-Max Wule says, Mr. Nimle, that news is fake and belated. Their propaganda and lies can't work anymore. When we sleep, they vex. When we not sleep, they vex. When we breaking ground for our party headquarters, they vex. They're breaking down our party headquarters, they vex. Seriously. Hey, girl, what do we must do now to make you happy? And we have She Love Jan says, good afternoon to Freedom FM family. I'm Darlington S. Wee, watching from Clara Town. We have Duerte. She says, good morning, family. I am following you from Minnesota. We have Clarence Dwyer again. He says that idiot with his social corner. Clarence. That idiot with his social corner move cannot stop our groundbreaking on Saturday. James S. Keller says this peaceful nature of CDC is a reason why UP folks keep harassing them. Chile G says, good morning, Freedom Radio Liberia. I'm following closely from my Johnsonville. And Thompson Telshell says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching or following live from Lima County, Ganta City. We have Initius Weir says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following from Baby Man Junction VOA. And we have, is that the actual name of that place, Wendell?
Where?
Baby Man Junction?
Yeah. It's in Broadville City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where they got a baby man there?
I don't know why they probably a baby man give
Duarte, we have Duarte. She says, oh, we are outside Saturday. Aliyu Masale says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Aliyu. Good morning.
Okay, thank you, Esther, for the comments. Let's see whether we
We
can
have
talk.
Matthew Small. He says, I'm watching from Camp Johnson Road. I think that's all we'll take.
Okay, so we try to make way to have on the line the chair of the mobilization, recruitment, and membership of the CDC, Mr. Musa Kone.
How are you, Wendell, and how you guys doing? How are you too? Your co-host Esther, right?
Yes, you are quite correct.
How are you, Esther? Yeah, how you doing?
I'm
I started
fine.
listening to you, and the call came in. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, Musa, we actually called you relative to this news circulating on the social media about, your current ground that you just secured for the building of your party headquarters. And we are saying something about some purported person coming up claiming ownership. How true is this information?
You say what kind of person?
Somebody is claiming ownership of the property. Is purporting to be the owner of the property.
So this is addition to what have been said by two distinguished members of the construction committee. I'm sure the communication person on that committee spoke on it, and Honorable Eugene Nangwe also spoke on it. So probably I'm going to be a person also speaking on it, which is good for clarity's sake.
Yeah.
Let us say to our people very clearly and very emphatic that the land in question has one owner. And the only owner and legitimate owner is the Congress for Democratic Change, DDT. So as far as my knowledge can help me, and before your call, and even during this call, there have been no claim, no dispute on that land. So that land was bought by the Congress for Democratic Change in the name of the Congress for Democratic Change for the Congress for Democratic Change. And Saturday, we'll be breaking ground right on the same land. So anybody coming up with such thing is just politics, try to slow down the momentum of our people. But we want to be very clear that there is no dispute on that land. That land belongs to us, CDC, and that's the reason why we will be breaking ground on Saturday.
Okay, so you are the head of membership, recruitment, and mobilization. What do you have to say to some of your supporters who are right now panicked from that news? What do you have to say to them?
Well, we just want to tell them that they should not be panicked. They should not be carried away by any rumor, by any gossip. This is a clear tactic by the Unity Party, the evil, the wicked, visionless Unity Party to do what they are doing. But the headquarters is not in dispute. It is for us. Gear up, do your mobilization, put yourself together from every zone and every community that you find yourself, and make sure that you are there even on Friday night, where we'll be having a candle night leading to Saturday groundbreaking. So we expect that sedition will start to troop their way through the various streets of Monrovia with their candles in their hand, sharp 10 p.m. on Friday night, and we will be there until Saturday morning and officially come out with a prayer service on Sunday morning. Before that, on Friday, there will be a prayer service from the Muslim community, and then on Sunday we'll come out with a Thanksgiving service from the Christian community. So there should be no panic. All I expect from Sedition is looking for your old CDT t-shirt, your boots, and dust it all, wash yourself, put more chloride in it if it's a wet one, and just put yourself in the mood of making history on Saturday.
Mr. Collins, I want to say thank you very much for taking up your time to give us the clarity. We hope to, catch up with you in the not too distant future.
It's always my pleasure, and thank you ever so much for what you do and continue to do. And let me extend my appreciation to the entire family of Freedom FM for always giving us the platform to speak on critical national issues such as the groundbreaking of our party headquarters. We appreciate you, and you guys are dear to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's the voice of Musa Kone. Musa Kone is the head of mobilization, recruitment, and membership of the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. So, folks, that's it. There is no need to panic. All road leads to the groundbreaking ceremony on Saturday, and you just heard from Mr. Kone. Citizens come in your party t-shirts. Make sure you do it peacefully as you go about your program on Saturday. So there is no need to panic. The only owner of that property, the one and only owner, is the CDC. So nobody will come out, or your citizen, you don't listen to anybody who will come out to say that property is theirs. You heard from Mr. Kone, the one and only owner of that property is the CDC. So there is no need for panicking. All right, so we can use the few minutes we have to take some calls. Those of you who are listening, you want to join the conversation. If you're outside Liberia, you also want to join the conversation. We have a WhatsApp line for you, +231 86 500 104. And the regular lines to call are 0776 104 104, 0886 500 104, and the female line is 0770 297 016. All right, let's take a few calls and then we're out of here at 12:30. But in the meantime, you'll keep playing the cash giveaway. It's going big time today. All right, Abraham Kamara will come here at 12:30 to pay our huge sum of money to you. You're playing with, today, you're playing with 100 LD of 50 cents USD, and you stand a chance to win from 5,000 to 25,000 Liberian dollars today. All right, so the more you play, you stand a better chance. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you join us from.
This is my website, Johnny Mama, Brooklyn resident.
All right, let's hear you in a minute.
Yeah, because with that panic, we were trying to tell the panic that with everything they do to us, we stay very strong. About what way they see to our political leader, anything you say, what will be by it. They might not forget. Saturday is a black family problem like problem. So what thing is he giving up doing? So it's not squeeze today. So we are not listening today. I don't want to wish my parents. They might be planning, wash your boots, wash your t-shirts, so you get there, get ready for Saturday. So thank you for the show.
Thank you, Michael. Let's talk to another person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother William.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you in a minute. No time.
Thank you. This is the voice of Sebastian.
Welcome, Sabu. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I'm joining you from Point Point, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Brother William, what you call panic? You speak good English. What you call panic?
The other one, no English, yo.
What you call panic? We don't have much way panic. Look, let me say this. I support your idea 100%. That when it comes to noise pollution, that we should stop that. But you know what I do? When you come my Jojo come all the way to that window, I just get it. The bigger food, the place on the road. Then I need level. When you because I believe in President we are. No, you cannot believe that we are you to care about that. Because President we was focused. When you he doesn't show. Well, let me tell you this thing. Let me tell you this thing what I'm doing. For Friday, when you're no sleeping, no shaking. Ajibamu, we are, Mama, we are good of woman. Thank you, William.
Thank you. And I'm just seeing on Eugene Landline, we just posted some beautiful t-shirts. These t-shirts, I'm told, are out for sale. And oh yes, those of you who are watching us, it's so beautiful. Yeah, my phone, I'm using So I'm gonna check that phone. But let's talk to the president. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. I'm here with Esther Daku.
Yeah, salutation to Esther also. This is the voice of Peter Stein. I joined from Sokoto to Shufu.
Let's hear you, Peter. Are you gearing up for Saturday?
Sure, big brother, sure. But let me say this to our detractors.
Okay.
You see, this is why having this great, young men of our time refer to their brain as being tabula rasa. Those guys take decision before the thing. Now they are grappling with what they decided on in their past by breaking down the physical headquarters. Or when they go back in their concert, the result is breaking on propaganda stone. And is that what will cross here? Look, what we should be thinking on is the damn ACA report and what the report and Kamala do is what this government and their followers should be thinking on. How to reverse all the bad governance of the IMF and then what they are talking about the corruption and the bad governance. Now what they should be thinking on? Instead of going to be doing all kind of propaganda, it will not help them. Look, we will make sure that the decision they took on that day to go and break our party headquarters down, it will be in them for the rest of their life. Everywhere you are, sedition, wherever you are under the sound of our voices this afternoon, get up, move, gravitate towards your party headquarters so that they can see that tsunami that day, so that people who want to be buried on Monday because I know people, we are going to bury somebody on Monday because of heartbreak.
Okay.
So when they see how that tsunami is going to flow, the blue wave is going to be in the capital of Monrovia on the 18th.
Okay.
We can help kill somebody. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nima.
Yeah, David, it's good having you on the show. Let's hear your contribution.
Let me say good afternoon to my sister, Esther.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is David King, and I join you from my residence. Look, last night, listening to that jungle, and they were playing his voice on phone. That brother, he don't even have sanity. Because the way he sounded, I don't think he's sounding a sad person. So, the Unity Party is going beyond nine people in the street, putting their own tape in the name of propaganda to slow down our momentum. We cannot be deterred by the Unity Party takes. Yesterday, they said they were putting one fish kilo on the land. When he did that kill, the Chinese people said, no, we don't have to come this way. We're not going this way. That's not the way to go. That was the bomb by the Chinese engineer. So they went back into the closet and sat there and say, oh, there's another one jungle. They can't go. Anybody let you eat or give you money, then you go sit down and have like you want on the land. There's somebody who on the tree, and the other man on there, and this is the tree. They put it in the shade. They always know you can sit in that. You know what? Well, so you have to see the public they are about to build a headquarters and you're coming out to talk. I don't know what you're using the last night on Zoom. He clarified that they using the community care, Councilor Kofa clarified. So, citizen, look where you find yourself. Why would you do on Friday evening that gravitate towards our party issue to get ground on Saturday morning? So we shouldn't be deterred by the propagandists from the Unity Party. They are playing. If they come out and say they're coming in on the phone to big party, these are cooking care. Don't give them the offer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Let's talk to this person. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nimes.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Is this Patience?
Yeah, Mr. Nimes.
Welcome, Miss Gray. Let's hear you.
Mr. Nimes, I want to know for the Unity Party people. Because it says that Chateau only land. But the we buy them for Marathon. What did you do?
That Jato in the That's the buy from. Then city said the buy from Olato.
From Marathon, what did you do?
No, then they will bring a Bino.
Wọ́n tó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sá in the country. The first time you get a pass. Correction. The first time you get, for Nigeria, you get a pass. That pass is a reminder for the one happy. And that one.
Yeah, patient.
That's only the army report. Take the attitude. That is the never go home.
Patient, you are in the army?
My father was a military and I started only for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
For the product of my area is downtown.
Ah. All right, patient. Oh, patient. Thank you very much. They get a hello or get patience. Oh my gosh, let's talk to you. Hello.
Yeah, thank you for the show. I'm Abby Johnson calling from Tuporo. So the issue, you see, I will borrow the word from Abby with the garden. There are a bunch of tabula rasa and Bugan here. And if somebody was piano boy and they go west Zogo. So they are west Zogo. The people west Grand Zogo. So the Zogo target is to see from somebody west perform. So and they can see on CDC. You can just see on CDC. You pick. You pick there, they can see on living human being. So they are picked. One of the people there are talking about the party now is the place somebody that is for them. They're joking. The next thing they must do, they must bring a yellow machine and say that the yellow machine parking space will stay. Because now you get from over, I mean, what can we clean get free? What this paper saying get it?
Okay.
But get down and try to post threat. Because it's going to the point that they thought was joking. So now the chief is getting to the party themselves in the country for more than 40 years. So I did not have a stick on the ground.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
to see on Sunday of baby party. And I'm still sick.
Thank you very much. We have to leave it there. We have to ration the call. Hello? Hello? Yeah, welcome to the show. Yeah, welcome. Go ahead, Poka, no time. Go ahead, we don't have time. We got to ration the call.
I don't want to keep for the recognition for the public. Robert, I don't you this morning for unknown. You are very emphatic as it was stated by our mobilization or a recruitment chairman. He said it very emphatically that for the fear regime of Bwaka and Kun regime will not be panic. This particular individual, we just want to put himself to a situation that he was not able to even bear, you know. They all knew the army was on Jessica or New Leno. They all made but we are coming out here our numbers and we are coming out with a gigantic stance to what? To go for our groundbreaking and to go for what? The pressure and photo. So, you know what I said? Near Jesus Christ. Waka and Fu will say, some of them go to the level, some go laugh. That's all I did. So I'm thinking, some of them fight for that stability. Because number one, if you have the people tax on your head to settle the poor prayer for that issue, and you are living there, so when people know your political party, they tell you that you are insensitive to the poor class. You are irresponsible to the class. But to conclude, we are coming here with normal salary. They will dare anything to learn off. But if you talk about our police, our property. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take another caller. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good morning, Widell.
Yeah, Man City, welcome to the show. I think we'll take you as our last. You've been calling since today. Yeah, boy, you on now?
Hey, Man City.
All right. Why they must start ready?
Nothing free go far. But you go to Cassie.
Yeah, one more, yeah.
Hello, my begin with that.
Yeah.
No, all way off. Sent by the people. Just very in there. Hello?
Yeah, we're listening, Man City. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So what my mind is that? Is it the weak? The one that wishes and wishes. Think window to hear the family and sit down begging it. And I think you call Musa, Papa Musa corner and you made it clear. But we are telling him, we are solution with them for this region, we're not getting nothing. But what will help us in this issue? Why not more? And it's the right thing. You know what I'm saying with them? Say when let's jump faster. We enter your house. We begging them. Get a bread to be done. Some man went down. You tell me this. Get my master, get her leg. Say, oh, they just come in the corner and say, oh, the 5,000. We just want to break down on your land there. So just show us. Nobody can do that. That man, what you eat? Some how you talking to walk out, bro. False pack and roll, you cooking in that day, and go look, baby, look, all it, man. Let me look for me, I look at it. If you can make over, you can make over, point it to our AI. Our AI, I was talking about AI over there. The nothing they put their follow photo. So they will come and say, oh, the place. Oh, they come and say, oh, the place, they go for walk out there. What will be carrying a phone and they carry a head. I'm talking about they get play. They get one that one. What can see? Live of 4 FM. People are paying money.
Okay.
I didn't know it. I do that. Now they block on their one and win action. We put our one out there and you got that. But they get it for it. They get money now. They get for it, but they can't put this carry. So that's not coming. I'm not going people. And what being the women they are made us spot and people. The fight is something your girl right in the party. That's the way I'm doing. It's not the science. Therefore, that people have nobody coming to God bed with that. We'll go see like that.
Okay, Master Z.
Thank you, my son, with them.
Thank you. And folks, that's all the time we've got to be with you on this edition of the show from the pre-news. We'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is one of the best editions where we come and allow you set the agenda. We talk about those issues on your mind. So before I go, let me do it as a pre-birthday treat for my friend and brother, Mr. Murphy Gray. He's Assistant Minister there at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Murphy will be celebrating soon. So it's a pre-birthday treat from the pre-news crew to you, a friend and brother. All right. Thanks to all of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for playing the listening role. Thanks for your calls. And we'll say a big thank you to Mr. Musa Conan, the head of mobilization, recruitment, and membership of the CDC for the clarity. Until then, we'll be here tomorrow. My name is Wendell Nimna. Esther Daku was here. Bye-bye.